city. And I just want to say, like, I want to back up a little bit and go back to college, because you are a college graduate, SFA.
Yeah.
And
TSU.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We ain't make it to today yet, because I took some years off before I went back for my grad, for my MBA.
Okay, but for SFA, so I would just want you to touch on this a little bit, because, you know, you got the experience of real world experience, and then you got college experience. So talk about your college experience, and do you feel like it's beneficial? Like,
and what was the
did it help you?
Like,
there you go.
Because you went from a PWI to a HBCU. I know that's kind of in the same. Was that a little different, even being in graduate school?
So y'all want to get into that?
No, but look, I'm asking because, you know, the bubble of college is like, college is a scam and college is this and this and that. But I just feel like you gotta.
Okay, college is what you make it.
There you go.
I knew that I went to college for a goal. And everyone, like, I know off camera I was telling you that Radio 1 is, even before college, when I was in middle school, I'm calling up, winning stuff on the radio.
Been a boss.
Yeah. Winning stuff, rapping on the radio, and just listening to them every day. That formed the type of career I wanted. Yeah. I knew that I wanted to do media. I knew I wanted to give away stuff, and I knew I wanted to be involved in the community some type of way, whether that's with music or whatever. So when I went to college, I kind of mapped out and took classes that fitted into the lane I wanted to go into, that kind of covered everything. Yeah. So I majored in mass communications, where I was taking a broadcast and learning how to publicly speak, because I really hate how I talk. Like how I really talk. I'm from the hood. Yeah. Herb Clark, Mo City was. So it's like, but I knew, going to PWI, going back to your point, I knew you have to articulate. When you're on camera or you're talking to people, you have to enunciate a certain way. So I took the classes, the proper classes, and then on the marketing side, I knew I wanted to work with brands. Radio 1 is a brand. So I know I wanted to be this liaison between brands and people. So I took the classes, but also in my college experience, and going to a PWI versus a HBCU as a Black person, it is a different experience. Yeah. If I could go back, and not a lot of people know this, I actually wanted to go to Clark, Atlanta. Yeah. But the only reason I ended up at SFA was my grandmother got sick my senior year in high school. Yeah. And as I was applying to colleges, SFA was the closest, and they were the only one that was like on it.
Yeah,
like they had
responsive.
You accepted top 10%. You accepted, like they had everything in check. And then I didn't want to go out of state anymore because my grandma was sick, and I was really close to her. And unfortunately, she ended up passing away in July, like the month before I started college. And that was just too much for me to even try to move to Atlanta.
By yourself too.
Yeah, when losing somebody that I was really close with, and I knew a lot of my friends were going to SFA. So my process there, I still made it what I wanted to. I worked at the radio station there. I know I worked on events there. And then also being in Texas, I still was able to come home to Houston and form those relationships, because at that time I'm thinking I'm going to work at the radio station.
Yeah, that's the only place you're trying to be.
Yeah. My whole life I'm like, I'm doing this to work at Radio 1. Like, I'm doing this to work at Radio 1. So every summer, that's why I had the radio internships. But fast forward after that, college, like I say, it's what you make it. It was cool. I did do some study abroad trips. Like I went to London. I did that through PR. What else did I do in college? I don't know. College was one of those, like, when you in it, it goes by so fast.
But you were so productive. So that's part of it too.
So I encourage people, when you're in college, like, don't just go